Good morning, everybody. Well, I'm visualizing Florida. Somewhere it's 80 degrees, somewhere, just not here. Welcome. That was a little joke. Anybody here? Okay, thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. Awesome. So welcome, everybody. We will have plenty of time for networking at the end of this event, and we're so happy that you're here. Today, I would like to just extend a huge thank you to our sponsors of this event today. We have Elanco Service Group, the Community Advocate, Quarter 495, Chamber of Metro West, Everrise, Human Power Solutions, Interplast Engineered Films, Jennifer Giuliano, Realtor, Keller Williams, Middlesex Savings Bank, Release Wellbeing Center, R.H. White, and Tatnick Booksellers at the Westborough Shopping Center. And a huge thank you to the Big Y for donating today's pastries, and thank you for Elms Catering for providing the delicious coffee and quiches that you enjoyed this morning. So thank you to all of our sponsors. Awesome. So I'm Sandy Coker. On behalf of the Westborough Economic Development Committee, I'd like to welcome you to our 11th annual Year in Review. I am the chairperson of the Westborough EDC and the CEO of Human Power Solutions. The Westborough EDC is composed of local business leaders and municipal staff that work together to help Westborough meet the growing needs of our business community, with the goal of increasing the commercial tax base, job growth, and a place where people can do all of their business here in Westborough. We have nearly everyone here from the board seated over here, and I'd like to take a moment to introduce you to this amazing committee. So when I mention your name, we don't usually do this, but I'd love you to stand up. They're yelling at me right now with their eyes. Dave Bagdad, Member at Large, Community Advocate. Karen Chapman, Member at Large, CEO, President, Quarter 495, Regional Chamber of Metro West. And I want to just do a special thank you to Dave and Karen. They worked tirelessly to put this event together. They handled getting all the catering, all the awards, Crown Trophy. Thank you for the awards. So guys, thank you so much for all the hard work. Really appreciate that. Scott Rayleigh, Plant Manager, Interplast Special Films. Eslam Elaban, Member at Large, of the CEO of the Elaban Group. Daniel Marr is the Member at Large and President of Elanco Service Group. He's going to stand up, right, Danny? Yeah. Mike Carroll is a Member at Large and President of Boston Ski and Tennis. Shelby Marshall, Select Board Representative. Christy Williams, Town Manager. Jenny Gingras, Director of Planning. And Fred Leonardo, Community Development Director. Each of these individuals work hard to make time to make Westborough a better place to do business. And I couldn't be more thankful to work with a more incredible group of people. For those of you who've never attended this award ceremony, we typically hold this event every year to bring folks together to celebrate a handful of Westborough businesses for their outstanding economic contributions to our community. Our goal is to say a resounding thank you to our businesses for being the engine of our local economy and create an opportunity for them to engage with some of our state, local, and regional partners. In order to set the tone for today's event, I'd like to introduce a new video produced by Westborough TV.
Welcome to Westborough, Massachusetts. Incorporated in 1717, the historic 100th town of Massachusetts has certainly seen a lot of change over the past 3 centuries. With nearly 22,000 residents, we've outgrown our humble beginnings as a small settlement of orchards and dairy farms. Still, when you walk the streets, you will find that the town retains much of its original character, creating a distinct blend of historic charm and modern convenience. Westborough is a community focused on forging connections, and nowhere is that more evident than our bustling downtown. Featuring a wide selection of local businesses and community events, this area endures as the vibrant heart of our home. Outside the town center, you'll find beautiful parks, close-knit neighborhoods, and even a few family farms that still give us that small town feel. Located between Boston and Worcester at the intersection of Route 9, 495, and the Mass Pike, Westborough has established itself as a beacon of economic opportunity. As thousands of commuters pass through the town every hour, businesses large and small benefit from a consistent and reliable stream of customers. Everything from restaurants to superstores to cutting-edge research and manufacturing facilities have all found their way to Westborough. With more shops and restaurants than you could ever need, the town makes it convenient to run errands or just enjoy a day out. The Westborough Public Schools have long served as a source of pride for the community, routinely ranking as some of the best in the state for both education and employment. Our educational resources have the capacity to set each and every child up for success. Across 6 public schools, an early education center, and a disabled adult transition program, our educators are all united under the shared vision for creating a more healthy, curious, and productive world through students who collaborate with others, advocate for change, and drive to improve. In addition to our outstanding academics, Westborough schools offer robust fine arts and athletic programs to help nurture students' interest and passion. As a result of this effort, and as a testament to the amazing faculty, Westborough High School has a graduation rate of 99%, with over 90% of our students attending post-secondary schools. Whether you're a lifelong resident, a new family, or a local business, Westborough is a town that works for you.
We hope that video gives you a feel for the vibrant community and the unique spirit that makes doing business in Westborough so special. Thank you so much again to our partners at Westborough TV for putting this together for our enjoyment this morning. Another round of applause for Karen, Aiden, and Tim. All right. Westborough is also fortunate to have a dedicated and active state delegation, and we are so grateful to have Representative Kate Donahue, Representative Hannah Kane, and Senator Michael Moore's office here. He's coming, joining us this morning. Thank you for all the hard work that you do in our legislature and for your support coming here this morning. We really appreciate it. Finally, I'd like to thank the Westborough Select Board for its leadership in making Westborough a great place to do business. We're fortunate to have several members of the Westborough Select Board here today, so I'd like to take a moment to thank Ian Johnson, Sean Keogh, Shelby Marshall, Patrick Welch, and Mark Silverberg for all the work that they do for this community. We are also very privileged to have a room full of local business leaders and elected officials here to celebrate Westborough's recent achievements. We're very appreciative for all the work that our officials do on behalf of the community, and we are especially grateful to welcome Zenobia Muchala, is the Undersecretary of Business Strategies at the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Executive Office of Economic Development. She is a seasoned entrepreneur and co-founder of Care.com. She now leads the statewide efforts to support business growth, innovation, and inclusive economic opportunity. Zenobia has been recognized with the Boston Business Journal's 40 Under 40, a Pinnacle Award from the Greater Boston Chamber of Commerce, and the Asper Alumni Entrepreneurship Award. So please welcome me in joining her to the podium this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Oops. It is such a privilege to be invited to speak here to represent the Healy-Driscoll administration, as well as Secretary Paley from the Office of Economic Development. So I'm about 2 months into my job, which I can sort of assure you has been likely the most exciting 2 months of my life, because it's been sort of a very, very strong learning period for me, because I've had the privilege of actually coming and seeing all of the wonderful things that are happening in Massachusetts. And that is really a testament to the current administration and its focus on nurturing both businesses and the people of Massachusetts. I did want to actually just talk a little bit about my background and what led me here. I'm an immigrant. I grew up in India, and my entry point, like so many immigrants into Massachusetts, was coming to college here. I came to Brandeis University to do my master's in international economics and finance. So I feel like this job is a full circle. I don't think I did a lot of economics through my career, but now I get to do it all the time, which is also a very exciting moment. But when I graduated in the late 90s, and it was just an exciting time. I jumped straight into the innovation economy, working for a small financial software startup. But it was really my next job that was very, what I think of as the sort of the life-defining one. I went to work for a company called UPromise, and UPromise called itself a mission-driven for-profit. Our entire purpose was to get parents to start thinking about saving for college the day their child was born. That was the moment that you had to start putting away a little bit of money. The company formed a few months after 529s actually became legislated. And really, we spent a lot of time thinking about how can we build great tech platforms that support families. That innovation sort of really matters. It makes a difference to people's lives. A few years later, UPromise was acquired, and the entire co-founding team of Care.com, we had all worked together at UPromise. And we started talking and said, what are the other big problems that families face? And one of the biggest problems is access to high quality, affordable caregivers. And this is care for the people you love. And that was very much the start of the journey. That was Care.com. We sort of scaled the platform to be 10 million families, 10 million caregivers who were able to access jobs on our platform. We went international. It was sort of a career-defining moment, but also got a real view as to how the fundamental things that sort of you do for the people you love that make your life work are so important, and there's a lot of opportunity to keep building and serving people. I went on from there to work at a number of other startups. It was a unique opportunity to meet the secretary, who at that time was a VC at Founder Collective and had invested in a large number of companies in the Boston area and really been part of nurturing the innovation economy. And most recently, I was at Bright Horizons, where I led their marketing team as well as ran one of their subsidiaries, and really got to see and be a part firsthand of thinking about how do we continue to build great services for families. How do we get employers more engaged into subsidizing those services? As I was leaving, I think every step in life ends up being some combination of strategy and serendipity. The serendipity part was I reached out to the secretary after I had decided to leave, and I said, hey, what are you up to? What's going on with you? And he was like, well, I'm not telling anyone yet, but I have this very exciting opportunity in front of me to serve the people of Massachusetts. And I was like, wow, that sounds kind of cool. When you know more, give me a call and tell me what you're doing, because I want to be a part of this journey. I have lived here for 30 years now. I feel like I've done sort of the tour of the Boston area, and that I landed in Waltham, then lived downtown Boston, met my husband. We bought our first house in Roslindale. Then we bought our next house in Sudbury when my child was born. We kind of have seen such amazing parts. I've been I think, so privileged to gain so much from living in Massachusetts, and this was just an excellent sort of opportunity to give back and to be able to serve the people of Massachusetts. I think the other thing that the strategy part of why this makes so much sense is how much what we do here today in terms of economic development aligns with values. All through my career, part of, working for mission-driven for-profits, and we would call ourselves that because there was a core purpose that we were serving. Yes, we had to function as a business. Yes, we had to make money and be sustainable, and drive profit, but we had to do it while we were creating products and services that mattered to people. And that value really matters at the state level as well. When I think of all of the ways that the Healy-Driscoll administration is really focused on first people, some of the announcements that came out last week at the State of the Commonwealth, help with the necessities of life, reducing the cost of our gas, of our electricity at a time when these costs are rising very rapidly, investing in transportation, investing in all of the things that both nurture the economic development, but as well as just nurture our lives. And then there is, through the EOED office, a very great focus on businesses as well. And how do we continue to not just care about the people, but also care about creating great business opportunities here? I have been traveling and will be traveling to visit a lot of different regions of Massachusetts, but it has been amazing to see that, yes, the innovation economy matters. Yes, there is a Massachusetts miracle. We have leadership now in so many sectors, be it life sciences, quantum, a little known, but I think much more of a focus is how much of the Massachusetts economy is actually driven by defense and some of the leading work that we have done when it comes to the defense industry. Those are all things that really matter too, but we also have a range of very diverse industries here. I visited a furniture factory recently in central Massachusetts, just outside of Worcester. And so, Massachusetts is a place where there is a great number of businesses that thrive, and the EOED office has very many programs that nurture those businesses. Within the Westborough area, we have the EDIP program, which is our incentive package that MCL Joints and the COOP have taken advantage of. Mass Life Sciences has given incentive grants to the Global Life Sciences Solution. And we also have the Start Step program that has funded Metamagnetics. So there is a range of programs that we run that continue to nurture the economic development, in all of our towns and cities. And I think Westborough is a great example of a partnership that we have to take advantage of all of these programs. I know Kevin Kouros from our business development office is here. Kevin, stand up. There he is. Any business needs you have, you can come talk to Kevin and me as well. We have the business front door that helps businesses navigate and take advantage of all of these wonderful programs. And I think that sort of brings home just how much diversity there is in what we do. We're here to not just, again, make sure that the people of Massachusetts have the right resources, but the businesses as well. I know there's a lot of buzzwords these days about affordability, and we're working very hard to make Massachusetts as affordable as possible. But I will share that one thing we will always be is livable. Yes, things may be expensive. Yes, when we look at some other states, there are things that we pay for that may cost a little bit more. But what Massachusetts has is that range of opportunities, of diversity, of immigrants who come in from different areas of the world and create such a rich environment for us to live in. And that kind of livability means that we also have access to amazing talent. So it's sort of exciting to see how every single town responds to that and nurtures that. And in closing, I did want to leave everyone in Westborough with one thought, because I also think something that Massachusetts embodies, and certainly this year with our MA 250, we are very much the spirit of revolution. The Mass Tech, I have one of the quasis in my past portfolio is the Mass Technology Collaborative, which, as you know, has its offices very, very close by. When I visited the offices recently, and the CEO was walking me through the office, and she said, in the 40s, this entire complex was a remand home for juvenile boys in Boston. And they picked Westborough because it was just far enough that if they ran away, it would be really hard to get back to Boston in the 40s. And so I thought this was so crazy. And then in the 80s, that was given to Mass Tech. And Mass Tech has been a powerhouse in the state when it comes to nurturing the innovation economy. They have so many programs that have created manufacturing. They have the AI Hub now, which is a big focus. SHIELD, which is our defense industry initiative, another big focus for the governor. They have actually helmed the ecosystem of technology. And as we were walking through the complex, Carolyn said to me, well, those two buildings are abandoned and we need to figure out what we do with them next. We're only using this one building. So my call to all of you in economic development at Westborough is, I'm excited to come back to learn what you will do with those buildings. What an incredible opportunity as you nurture the town. I saw the video. You have this incredible range of services that you offer. And sort of the spirit to keep doing more with what you have. Thank you so much for having me. I am so looking forward to seeing all of the awards that you are going to hand out.
Thank you so much for those truly inspiring remarks, and we just are looking forward to seeing what you have in store for the whole state, not just our little town. We really do appreciate all the work that you're doing so much. Before we transition to the awards presentation, I'd really like to send another thank you to Westborough TV for collaborating with us again this year. Karen Henderson, Tim Schwab, and Aiden, where are you? Aiden. Sorry, you're over here. Horgan, sorry, David. Sorry, Aiden. So these guys really put together so much. The video, they spent a lot of time on that. So we really we're so happy that we're able to share that video with you, and thank you so much for updating all of that. Now I'd like to bring up one of our EDC members, Daniel Mayer, to introduce the awardees for this morning. Welcome up, Danny.
Good morning. So without further interruption, we're going to get started with our awards. And the first award is the Large Business Award, which recognizes an exciting business in our community. I think we're going to start a video.
Hello, my name is Matt Knox. I'm the store director at the new Big Y in Westborough. Big Y is a locally owned supermarket chain in Massachusetts and Connecticut. Big Y was started by Paul and Gerald Demore in 1936, and 2026 will mark Big Y's 90th year in business. Our employees are the foundation of the success of Big Y. For the 7th year in a row, we were named the Forbes top employer. That success is based solely upon our employee teams at each individual store and at our support center and at our warehouses. We take pride in the employees and the teams that we have with us. At this particular location, we have 74 employees currently. Big Y allows for so many opportunities for internal growth. We have many employees who come to us in high school and end up working with us to become managers and may retire with us. Currently, we have 5 generations of folks working at Big Y. Big Y really finds it important that we focus on the local communities in which we operate in. We partner with some of the local town organizations, businesses, nonprofits. We have several local farms that have business partnerships with Big Y. Fresh corn, squash, zucchini. Many of these items just taste better when they're grown closer to home. The welcome from all our customers has been fantastic. I've heard some great comments along the way, everything from we're happy to have an additional supermarket option in town, to we're happy to have some friendly employees that we can talk to while we shop. All things that make Big Y unique and some of the things that we're really trying to bring to this area. From everyone here at Big Y, I'd like to thank the EDC for honoring Big Y with this award. We look forward to providing the freshest products to the Westborough community. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to Big Y. I'm pleased to present this award to Big Y Foods. Matt Knox, store manager, is here with some other store employees to receive this award on behalf of his business. Matt, please join us to receive your award from the EDC and your citation from the legislature. All right, next up we have the Best New Small Business Award, which recognizes a new and exciting locally owned business in our community.
Hi, I'm Leon Amaris, and I am the owner and founder of Craftlab Westborough. Craftlab is a community makerspace for teens and adults. We specialize in soft arts and crafts, so lots of painting, needlework, paper craft, sewing. One of the things I talk about a lot is process art, that the goal for art making doesn't need to be useful, it doesn't need to be pretty, you don't have to be great at it, you can just make things and it can just be because it's enjoyable. Really, the motivation behind this space was that things were really challenging. Things are really challenging for a lot of people. Adults are feeling a lot of isolation, phone fatigue, and doom scrolling, and everything's shoppable. We're really missing spaces for adults that aren't about drinking or shopping. I wanted to offer something that was a reprieve from all of that, where you could come and just sit down and be inspired by things, find a community space. Thank you to the EDC for the Small Business Award. I am really grateful to the Westborough community for coming out and making things at the studio. I'm also grateful to all of the folks who have trekked in from Boston, from Providence, from Sturbridge, from all over Massachusetts to come and make things here in downtown Westborough. I'm really excited to see how the community grows, and am grateful for all of the support of Westborough so far.
All right. Congratulations to Craftlab Westborough. I'm pleased to present this award to Craftlab. Liam Amaris, who's the owner of the business, is here to receive the award. Liam, please join us to receive your award from the legislature.
Congratulations.
Next up, we have the Best New Downtown Business Award, which recognizes a new and exciting business in our downtown area.
Good morning, my name is Kevin. I'm the executive chef here at Brio 33 in Westborough, Mass. Brio 33 is a new restaurant. We opened October 15th of last year. We just had our 3-month anniversary, if you will. We serve American food, contemporary style, comfort. The history of Brio 33, the operations team is the same here as it was at the previous location. I was the chef 5 years there in Abbey Winant. The general manager was at the previous restaurant for 15 years. So when we closed, there was obviously a lot of efforts on our part to get something else opened, and then the community support from day one to our landlords, Deb and Randy Waterman. They've been crucial in this process, and their support is what really got us over the hump. So I almost would use the phrase that I don't make the menu, I execute it. So it's really about the guests, what they want. I almost come up with, here's the starting point, and then over time we tweak. Personally, that's my favorite part of being a chef, is the craftsmanship of what we do, the process of creating and executing. When you walk in the door and order something, it's raw ingredients, and we make it. And that's what makes us flexible, down to the French fries, down to every single sauce. We really are going to be that place, and my personal goal of that one specific dish you're looking for. If you want X, we know we're going to Brio 33. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you to the EDC for awarding us the new Downtown Business Award. On a day-to-day basis, I'm very proud of this staff. They work extremely hard, both in the kitchen and in the front, and our community. Their support from before we were open to the second we opened our doors. So we will continue to work as hard as we can to give them the experience they deserve, and we hope that we're a centerpiece in this community for years to come. So, thank you.
Congratulations to Brio 33, New England Bistro. I'm pleased to present this award to Brio 33. Kevin Sanders, Executive Chef, is here to accept this award on behalf of the legislature and the EDC. Next, we have the Best Business Expansion Award, which recognizes a business or developer for the most impactful new construction project in the town of Westborough.
Good morning, my name is Mark Johnson, and I am the president of MA Restoration. I actually started MA woodworking back in 1994, where I was strictly focusing on custom cabinetry. As the years went on, MA Restoration evolved into full-scale remodeling. Back in the end of 2012, we purchased the building over at Fisher Street and moved from our 1,800 square foot facility to the 7,000 square foot facility here. And at the time that we moved in, we probably had 8 employees. We thought the building was going to be way too big and we'd have all kinds of time here. And so now fast forward 12, 13 years later, we're ready to move into a new facility, which will be a 20,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility. So part of our expansion for 2026 is we're opening up a brand new 20,000 square foot climate-controlled self-storage facility, which will help service our restoration clients as well as the community in general, to be able to bring their contents and stuff to the facility and to be able to store that in a nice, safe, clean, dry area. Part of our top priority was to try and stay in Westborough. I think the community in general, there's a lot of excitement that we've heard that property was underutilized for over 20 years. And so to be able to revitalize that kind of corner of Westborough on top of our selfish ambitions of trying to stay in Westborough to continue the business, it was just easier for us to make that choice. So I'd like to thank the EDC for the award for the Best Business Expansion. And this couldn't have been made possible without all of our awesome employees that we have that are here every day, pitching every day, and are out there every day trying to make the community a much better place. So we're excited to get the award and appreciate everybody that was involved in that process.
All right, congratulations to MA Restoration. I'm pleased to present this award to MA Restoration. Mark Johnson, who is the president, is here to receive the award on behalf of his company. Mark, please join us to receive the award from the EDC and our legislature. The award for the Best Sustainable Business Award, which recognizes a Westborough business that aligns strongly with sustainability principles.
We're proud to recognize Pulte Homes New England with the Economic Development Committee's Sustainable Business Award. Part of the National Pulte Group, they're the team behind Del Webb and Chauncey Lake, right here in Westborough, where they have demonstrated true leadership by deciding to go all electric. Sustainability isn't just a slogan for them. From thoughtful land selection to energy-efficient design, they are committed to minimizing environmental impact. Their rigorous environmental policy reinforces this at every stage. Focusing on reducing waste, managing stormwater responsibly, and protecting natural resources during construction. They believe each project should be additive to the community that welcomes them. Because their team members don't just work in these communities, they live here too. So please join me in congratulating Pulte Homes New England.
Congratulations to Pulte Homes New England. I'm pleased to present this award to Pulte Homes. Mark Mastriani, Vice President of Land Planning and Development, is here to receive the award. Mark, please join us up here to receive the award from the EDC and the citation from our legislature. Next, we have our Civic Pride Award, which recognizes a business that has cultivated a reputation as a strong community partner and friend.
My name is Sharad Mehta. I am the president of the Rotary Club of Westborough. We have about 60 members. The club was founded by Mr. Nelson Ball, who's the first president, and the Rotary Club of Westborough has been in existence for over 50 years, and it has deep roots in the community. We have partnerships with many local and global organizations. Locally, we coordinate our service projects with Westborough Connect, Sustainable Westborough, the Interact Club, which is part of the high school, and then we have the Green Team that we work with. So there's a number of organizations that we like to coordinate and participate in projects. The Rotary Club really have two basic missions: to be a service organization and fill the needs of the local community. And it's a social club, so it is important, especially in today's digital age, for folks of different age groups, different backgrounds, to be able to come up and discuss and formulate plans for community service and be able to coordinate and execute the projects. We have a number of service projects that are ongoing. One is the Winter Lights program, which the Rotary Club has been running for decades. And as you go around the Rotary, you see the lights that come on in the evenings. The other one is the Farmers Market. Every Thursday afternoon, we do the Farmers Market. And we have local farmers and local producers participate. It's a fun environment. The school students put on the mascots and they do some dancing in the front of the entrance to draw attention and invite more people in. In the summertime, it's really a fun place to be. We are very honored and grateful to receive this Civic Pride Award. We strive to be the go-to service organization in our community. And we are very grateful to be honored and appreciated for this. Thank you to EDC for recognizing our volunteers and our work.
Congratulations to the Rotary Club of Westborough. I'm pleased to present this award to the Rotary Club. Dave Kaiser is here to receive the award. Dave, please join us up here to receive the award from the EDC and your citation from the legislature.
We need a plan. We're gonna come. You gotta visit.
Thanks, Dan. Next, we have the Hall of Fame Award, which aims to celebrate a long-standing Westborough business for the indelible mark it has left on our community.
Hello, my name is David Pickering, and I'm the owner and president of the Pickering & Son Westborough Funeral Home located in downtown Westborough. At a very young age, when I entered into this profession, it was always my goal to own my own funeral home in a small town where I could raise my family and be part of the community. And so over the years, I've done that. I've been part of the Westborough Rotary Club, Knights of Columbus, food pantry, active in my church, and now I have a second generation. My son Andrew is fully licensed, working with me, so Pickering Funeral Home will continue well into the future.
The philosophy of Pickering & Son Funeral Home is to treat every family with the same respect that we would want to be treated with in a time of need. So having been raised in Westborough since I was 2 years old, going through the Westborough schools, I've gained many friends and acquaintances throughout the town. Now I'm starting to have friends and acquaintances who call us in their time of need, and it is comforting to know that they put their trust into myself and my father, you know, in the hardest time that they could be going through.
As much as it is a business, it's a personal business of which compassion and caring and sympathy and understanding are more than 50% of what we do.
We listen to people, we listen to families, we ask them what they would like, what they want, their thoughts on everything, and not every service is the same and not everybody's wants are the same.
I would like to thank the EDC for recognizing us with the Hall of Fame Award. We look forward to serving the Westborough community and beyond for decades to come. Thank you.
Congratulations to Pickering & Sons Westborough Funeral Home. I'm pleased to present this award to Pickering & Sons. David Pickering, president owner, is here to receive the award on its behalf. Dave, please join us to receive the award from the EDC and your citation from the legislature.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Lara Crawford. I'm Economic Development Coordinator for the Town of Westborough. Today, I'd like to share a brief snapshot of the Economic Development Committee's impact over the past year. And I would like to say I am proud to be led by a go-getter champion of the EDC. Sandy is everything you'd want to create a dynamic and focused committee. She's engaged, dedicated, and she knows how to execute. So thank you to Sandy. And under her leadership, the EDC was focused on driving business growth, supporting employers, and strengthening Westborough's economic foundation. We assisted dozens of businesses through site selection, permitting, expansion efforts, while also advancing key initiatives that support the long-term vitality of business in Westborough. Highlights include convening a real estate development symposium. We've begun a tourism business roundtable focused on the summer of 2026. We held an AI workshop, and with the guidance of our newest EDC members, we are seeing the launch of a Shop Dine Local campaign and an update to the process of the Business Assistance Grant Program. And while you just thought all the committee did was organize this event, we actually are also assisted by ambassadors who have helped to write grants, visit businesses, and help complete a vacant property inventory. All of this being done so we could better guide where businesses are going to succeed. In 2025, the office also published a Doing Business Guide and produced new business attraction marketing materials. So now we'll run through the slides. From this slide, I just want to point out on the business assistance grant, we granted 10 grants. Sorry, I have this. We had 5 new businesses and 5 existing businesses that were helped. I also wanted to point out that in Q2, which is the October, November, December, we did not have any grants applications that quarter, which was kind of odd, but anyway, we did 2 in Q1, 3 in Q3, and 5 in Q4. And the industry served was food, health and beauty, entertainment, and retail. Next. So also just impact by the numbers, we held 29 one-stop meetings. We had 40 site selection inquiries. We had 8 site successes, say that 10 times fast, 17 business meetings, and 40 new businesses were tracked. That's not, anyway, that's a round number. Sort of some industry comparisons. We had a bank, some construction companies, a lot of retail, fitness, and health and beauty, one manufacturing company, 2 office, and 7 restaurants or food use. And then a few of the large employers who are adding space: American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, number 93, Amazon, Big Y Foods, Bowler Engineering, Chase Bank, Cousins Maine Lobster, Curtis Landscape, Dana Safety, MA Restoration, OES Equipment, Progressive Insurance, Square Robot, and UMass President's Office. So we are not stopping there. The EDC is constantly thinking about how to invest in local businesses. Overall, this past year reflects steady momentum, meaningful partnerships, and continued investment in Westborough's economic success. So thank you to all the businesses here and all of the folks who are supporting our businesses and our team.
Thank you, Laura. And as you can see, we are focused on expanding businesses and trying to make it as easy as possible to do business here in Westborough. So in closing, I just want to take a moment to thank you all for making the time today in your busy schedules to come out, especially when it was so cold. Special thank you to our elected officials who made it out as well. I think it's very important that we take time each year to celebrate the successes of our businesses. Thank you for helping us celebrate the achievements and the resilience of our local economy. I also want to thank the Planning Board as well for their contributions to everything that we're doing here in the town. Before we close out this morning's program, I'd like to extend another thank you to our partners at Westborough TV. I'm not going off script now, Karen. All right, Karen Henderson, Aiden Horgan, and Tim Schwab, who invested so much of their time again to support this event and truly highlight these special businesses in such a meaningful way. The videos that they produce say more about each of the businesses recognized today than we could ever fit into an award or citation. So thank you for helping us honor our local businesses. We're lucky to have this great resource in our town led by the great Karen Henderson. Finally, this event would not be possible without our generous sponsors. So again, thank you to Elanco Service Corporation, Community Advocate, Corridor 9, 495 Chamber of Metro West, Everrise, Human Power Solutions, Interplast Engineered Films, Jennifer Giuliano, Realtor Keller Williams, Middlesex Savings Bank, Release Wellbeing Center, RH White Construction, Tatnick Bookseller at the Westborough Shopping Center, and also to Big Y for donating the pastries, and to the Elms Catering for providing us with the delicious coffee and the quiches. Before we conclude, I would just like to all the awardees, if you wouldn't mind just kind of bringing your crew over here, and then Christine will take pictures of you with the those things over there. So just hang out, take pictures with your crew. We really want to be able to recognize you and publicize you throughout the town. So that concludes our program for this morning. Thank you again for joining us. Please stay in network with the room. We have the room available till 10 a.m. So we hope you enjoy the rest of your day and hope spring comes very soon. Thank you so much, everybody.